Will come, we'll end up here. So you need to have a little. Jonathan mentioned it. A little. Never work with an articulation which is completely blocked. You don't walk like this. You have knees, and so let them flow naturally, and so that's important. But why are they asking you to do this? And not simply to torture you into the different postures. It's to show you that any action. I mean, he was at the final step of what you're grabbing. He was at usually we are 50-50, 1-2, 1-2. Okay. So why do we sort of 1, 2? Well, simply to show you that any added pressure or any power I want to bring over there will not come from pushing here, will come from using the legs, rather than pushing with the top of the body. So this is form for the timing. This is form. Right? Fudodachi is 50-50. Suddenly I bring this spring effect. I bring pressure into the spring to release it into the attack. And after, if your legs and body have really registered this thing, you should be able to get the same feeling remaining in Fudodachi, but still with the feeling of explosion one side or the other side. You won't need to go into the exact form of Kokutsu or Zenkutsu, which are pretty artificial. Zenkutsu is nice, but once I'm here, it's not really very convenient for moving, let's be fair. So that's to show you that anything you will do after, the gesture here is finished. You still keep the feeling, but it's the body that brings all the added power. That's why do we have this in all these katas where 1, 2, try again, here, and at the end of the kata it's the contrary, Zenkutsu, Kokutsu. But it's how to use this, bring pressure alternately, one side, the other. I mean, we've got only 2 legs, so we'll go from one to the other. So you see the idea. So no stiff, don't push. There are variations to this exercise. So we don't need to do it, but if I'm here, the grabbing is this way. If there is a little more pressure, here I come. If I push, he can stop me very easily. There's no way I can get into it. So I must stay here, use my legs. Use my legs. Use my legs. It's use the legs. Whatever the technique is for, it's how, if there is a grab or something, it's not the arm that must go first. It's the legs that drag. So that this feeling after whatever comes is just for sure. But it's here, concentration here, and body. And we all watch this. Most of the job is being done here. So you see, that's Kokutsu Zenkutsu. You have it many times in katas. Fudodachi, strangely enough, Fudodachi does not appear in katas. But it's still the most convenient way. Which means after, on an attack, whichever it may be, we can still move to keep the same situation as. The form remained more or less Fudodachi, but the feeling was still sending back the power from here. And first accepting into the back leg, send it back. So it's this use of the tenokata, which you were doing this morning, very formal. 1, 2. 1, 2. And Sensei showed us the photos of Yoshitaka. If the same tenokata from here standing up, if she comes very quickly for, I no longer have the time to do 1, 2. Yeah, it's got to be 1, but 1, the posture, because I can't possibly go back and let her come into the action. It's this 1, 2 feeling. into the muscles, which comes to the same as what you're being asked here. You see the point? And so that's, so please, they showed you very well, it's 50-50 back into the, it gives an added pressure. Very often you must go up, the bum sticks out, and we go up. Because why? We escape the pressure. The leg doesn't go. All right, so he showed 3 or 4 times, then start again. Back into the